Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. So, today we are going to talk about something different than we usually talk about in these videos, in these weekly Wednesday videos. We're going to cover something from the book that I wrote, Grateful After Goodbye, Pain to Purpose. If you have been coming here for a while, you know the journey. It's been a little over 2 years since I lost my corporate job of 21 years, and following that 2 to 3 weeks later I lost my marriage, and life had been very different since then. And I reinvented my life, and after that I have been helping other people to do the same through these YouTube videos, meetup events, in-person meetup events, and also through book writing. So this year, last year, 2025, I published two books. One was Gratitude Journal, and this is the Midlife Reinvention Volume 1. So this is going to be a trilogy. Volume 1, Volume 2 comes out later this year in 2026, and Book 3 will be next year. So this book has a lot of these things I have covered in the channel if you have been through different videos. But if you have not been, in today's, I'm going to cover one of the most important ones. So there are 12 chapters. Chapter 6 is called Before You Let Go. And people who have read this book, people I know, they have said that is the best chapter for them. They have related this to actually different kind of losses, not only divorce, which can be only divine speaking through, to them. Because when I wrote this book, it was more about loss related to separation, divorce, but it gives me peace and joy knowing that it is helping people with other kind of losses too. So Before You Let Go, so the book has only one picture, one diagram out of all the chapters. So the chapter 6 has this, and this I cover. It's called The 4 Emotional Steps. This is actually also in one of my blogs on my website. I'm going to leave the link of the blog down below so you can read all the different steps that I talk about, but I'm going to cover briefly in this video today. So step 1 is the spark. When two people meet, and then initially it's that honeymoon phase. Now that honeymoon phase can last weeks to months to years, right? And then step 2 is the fade, meaning it doesn't happen quickly. You can see that, it's there, and then life stresses and all that happens, and then fade, kind of, it's like a slow fade happens. And this is like when the heartbreak, the marriage, separation. And after that, I say step 4, which is like that euphoria feeling. So now, why is chapter 6 important, Before You Let Go, is because you have to get to step 4, which is that euphoric feeling. Many people ask me that like, how do I get to that phase also at the same time? Like, let's say a marriage that's not working, I hold on to that marriage. So I tell them simply that your marriage may work, it may not be over, or it may be over. You don't know, I don't know. But if you want to really work on yourself, if you want to reinvent yourself after your midlife crisis, many people call that, after 40, it's a midlife crisis, and it's a real psychological phenomenon. Actually, there's a TED talk around that. So anyway, so if you want to work on yourself, before you let go, some of the things I cover in this book, doing everything and all of this, if you read the book, it's based on my own experience. Like, none of this I make up or anything. Like, I literally share how I did that. Now, the way I did that, is it perfect? It's not perfect, but it is my best. I know that it is my best because I tried everything under the sun that I could to make the relationship work. Now, I don't blame, I don't criticize, I don't judge my partner for that, because when a relationship breaks, a marriage breaks, there are two people who made it work. Also, there are two people who had something to do with why eventually, two people give it up. Because marriage is one thing that you cannot make it work as one person, because marriage is two people, together. It's a bond. It's a bond. So now, in our case, he was already, out of it. So by the time I tried everything under the sun, it was too late. So the reason I share this so much with so much passion, because not many marriages are there where it's like fully done. There is still opportunity to save it. There's still opportunity to save it when two people openly talk about it and make it a priority to do the things that needs to be done. Now, is it, you got to go to therapy, you got to go do date night, or whatever that is that works for you, right? So John Gottman would say that there is no replacement of date nights. You got to do date nights, right? So because a lot of time what happens is, as your life gets busy, your full-time job, kids, and the laundry, and the money stress, or whatever that is, those little things don't get prioritized. And whatever you are not prioritizing, if these are intangible, you won't see the impact of it until it is too late. Which is why I share it with so much passion, that if you are still in that zone where you can talk to each other openly, that this is not working, that's not working, but maybe if we do this, because some of the things that you have done in the beginning of the relationship, like going out on a date, surprising each other with something, taking initiative, whatever that you did, especially if you have been in a long marriage, there are some reason why you stayed together that long. So think of those things, and maybe you will be able to save your marriage. And if not, at least you will know that you have tried everything. Because if you don't, my friend, you want to get to 4, where is that euphoria feeling, you will never get to that feeling, because you will always have that thought that, what if I did this little more, what if I did that little more. But when you did, and again, it goes back to just only you, not to the other person, because your feelings, you are responsible for your feelings, right? So if you want to get to that step 4, you got to do everything that you think that you can do, because then when you're on step 4, you'll never have that mindset that, oh, what if I did this, what if I did that. So in the book at the very end, I talk about, like, that then regret has nothing to cling on to, right? Because otherwise you'll have that regret to cling on to, that what if I did this, what if I did that. So you want to do it in a way so there is no regret. There is nothing that the regret can go and cling on to, right? So steps, chapter 6, if you get this book, it's in Kindle, also in paper book on Amazon. But even if you don't get the book, I figured I will cover that, because a lot of people have said chapter 6 was the best chapter out of 12 chapters. So I thought I'm going to cover this here today. So good luck with your journey, my friends. If you are in a struggling marriage, or if you are at the end of the rope, but you want to give it a try with little more things, give your best, try everything. Because in this channel, we talk about after divorce mostly, right? After separation, after divorce, how you can still live a how you can still live a good life, reimagine your life, the second half of your life. But many people come to me when they are in that struggling marriage situation, right? And they work with therapists and it's not working and things like that. And I don't do therapy. Mine is very future focused coaching. So and I don't do individual coachings anymore. I pivoted, but it is all through these 3 different platforms I share. And if you're interested, there is the meetup group where I do some workshops, because I think that therapy is good. It helps you process the past. And I do help you to process the past in a very different way. And then the big focus, 80% focus, is on the future, to designing your future. Because therapy sometimes can get you stuck, depending on who you are working with. It can get you stuck in that past and just present, not so much focus on the future. And that's why I think, at least for me, I figured that when I focused in the future, when I did my vision boarding and all of that, that really came into existence. And you can see my old videos, like 2024 playlist, 2025, and now you will know what I'm talking about. Everything is captured in the videos, my whole journey. So good luck, my friends. And if you like these videos, please don't forget to give a thumbs up and share and comment what resonated with you. And come back. There are videos every single day. Okay, take care. Bye.